Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. 1 year after the release of RE2, Capcom capitalized on its success by making several more RE titles for different platforms. RE3 Nemesis was a larger game than the previous installments that introduced one of the most iconic enemies in the franchise's history. In this video, I'll be showing every Easter egg that I could find that includes secrets, references, or any points of interest. And if you like this video, you can subscribe and stay up to date on future videos like this one. Now it's time to return to Raccoon City. In the game's intro cutscene, we see a zombie siege across Raccoon City. The scene here of the zombie horde passing by this building has a sign on the wall saying Advanced Graphics Services. This is the exact same building seen in the RE2 intro cutscene that Leon and Claire drive by. Note the lack of zombies, as chronologically RE2 takes place after the zombie siege has ended and the undead have dispersed. When Jill reaches the corner of this building she was staying in, there's a quick shot of her standing next to a store mannequin, which looks like it's wearing similar clothing to Jill, including the jacket wrapped around her waist. This little attention to detail tells us why Jill is wearing this type of clothing. It's women's fashion for autumn, and the game is set on a warm September night. In the warehouse on the side of a large metal container, the word Arucus is shown. Spell it backwards and you get the name Sakura. On the wall by the stairs of the warehouse is a sign that says Above the Rim. This was seen in the basketball court in RE2, as well as many places in this game, and may refer to the 1994 sports film of the same name. In the alleyway outside of the warehouse there is a yellow bicycle, showing more clearer in this image what looks to be an RPD logo on the front of it. Next to the door by the warehouse alley, this board shows the name Capcom, who are the developers of the game. Outside of Jack's Bar is a partial name that's meant to read out Burger Kong. This fictional brand name is seen throughout the game as a reference to Burger King. In the alley below the fire escape is a kendo gun shop van, like the one seen in this alleyway in RE2. When replaying the game, you're given a special key that opens this boutique shop. 2 of the 5 costumes are recognisable. Jill's RE1 costume makes a return, and Regina's costume from Dino Crisis, hair included, who is the protagonist in that game. Hard to spot above the H&M bag is a toy model of the Tyrant, the one at the end of Scenario B in RE2. On the road toward the RPD station is a gallery window displaying a group of pictures. One of them is a flipped image of the painting found in one of the corridors of RE1. On the same road is a crumpled up wanted poster. The same one is seen throughout the game and also seen here in Resident Evil 2. Above the door in this alleyway with the hose pipe is an engraving showing Capcom. In my RE2 Easter egg video, I talked about the mysterious numbers. Well, they make a cameo appearance on the side of this bus. It may be just an assigned ID for a bus, but why then would they appear on the walls throughout the last game? Mercifully, I couldn't see the numbers anywhere else in this game. When using this computer in the RPD hall, you can see on the screen an image of the Oculi Lab from Resident Evil 1. In the earlier development of RE2, in the ops room, this drinks machine originally had a Coca-Cola brand on it, but had to change due to legal reasons. On this wall of the STAR's office is a set photo taken from Back to the Future 3. In a box nearby one of the desks has the golden wooden emblems that were used in RE1. Hanging on the back of the wall is a leather jacket that belongs to Chris Redfield. The back of the jacket shows the words "Made in Heaven." This refers to the album by the rock band Queen. On the wall behind Wesker's old desk is a STARS photograph that you can inspect. It shows all of the STARS Alpha and Bravo teams before their demise. Rebecca Chambers is the only one missing, with the character in her place supposedly being Kevin Dooley from Resident Evil 0. Outside the parking lot is a building with a sign that reads Eagle's Pet Shop. This is named after the character from the Street Fighter series. Next to this theatre is a poster showing Biohazard 4. Biohazard is the Japanese game title for the Resident Evil series, and while this game was being released, Capcom were already in development with RE4. A joke from the developers can be found here as you replace this bronze compass. There's an engraving that is spelled upside down. By deciphering it to find something meaningful, you'll discover what it actually says. Owners must remove dog excrement. Maybe not so meaningful. In the shopping mall, behind the restaurant, is a sign that reads Rocco Bell, which may refer to the real-life food restaurant Taco Bell. Outside the Stagler gas station is a vehicle that looks like the DeLorean. As we've already seen set photos from Back to the Future, it isn't a stretch to say that this may be a nod to the same film. The Back to the Future set photo is seen again on a board inside this gas station, among other film photos, though they are difficult to know what films due to the graphic quality. On the wall nearby is a poster of a female model. This is the same poster found in one of the rooms in the Oculi Lab. On the pathway towards the trams is an engraving spelled backwards for Aoyama Japan, as in Kazuhiro Aoyama, the director of RE3 Nemesis. On the wall nearby, you can see Hiroki Onishi Corporation, who's a Capcom game developer for several classic games. In the clock tower hallway with the spiders is a painting on the wall. Though I can't be sure, I'll leave you to decide, but the image does look like the one found in the portrait room in RE1, only reversed and slightly cropped. On the wall of the hospital lobby are two posters that show Dino Crisis, which is another Capcom game that was released in the same year as RE3. In the break room of the Dead Factory, there's an issue of a Playboy on a table. The same cover is found pinned up on the wall of the Night's Watchman's room of the RPD station in RE2. As Jill fights Nemesis in the disposal chamber, there's a brief moment where we see the remains of an Ivy monster. This is the same Ivy from the labs in the second game. Outside the room with the railgun, as well as inside, are a bunch of dead tyrants. These are the same ones you encounter in Scenario B of RE2, suggesting that they've been mass produced for various missions. So there you have it. There are probably plenty more that I've missed, so comment below and tell me if I missed any good ones. If you haven't yet, like this video and subscribe to stay up to date on more Easter eggs that I'll be putting up soon. If you haven't seen my video on Resident Evil 2 Easter eggs, you can see that video right up now, and I'll be uploading Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid in the next few weeks. Until the next video, see you guys.